So thank you guys so much for joining me to learn about a little something I call paper dodgeball. So welcome to Creative Learning Society, and this is 52 weeks of team building. This is week number 4 on our journey. I can't believe January's almost over, but I have a really exciting game that you can share with your team. So, are you ready? Do you think you can handle it? I hope you can, because it's Friday afternoon and we're about to have some fun. Okay, this is the simplest game ever. You only need a couple of things. Here's your supply list. I hope you're ready for it. You need some paper, right? You need one piece of paper per every person that's going to play the game. Then you need a pen or a pencil or crayon. If you're feeling funky, a marker, a matte pencil, whatever will be for everybody who's going to be playing the game. And you need a space. It could be a dining room table. It could be a conference table. It could be your office. Your desk could be the divider. Whatever you need to create a court so you can have 2 teams and 1 team on each side. That's all you need. Paper, pens and pencils, and something that creates a court. And if you don't have a desk or a conference table or a line of pool noodles, a simple line of masking tape on the floor will do wonders. So this game we call paper dodgeball, and it is exactly or very similar to what you're thinking. So the game is used as an icebreaker. It could be used as an energizer in the middle of a meeting. You need a kind of a pick-me-up and get people up and going. It's a physical game, so it means that people will be standing and moving, and getting the blood flow is always good. And it also means that you'll be getting your mind working because there are a few questions involved. So step 1 is to get your pieces of paper. So, like I said, 1 piece of paper per every person on your team. Now, before you crumple up your pieces of paper, you write a question on them. See, I have a question right here. And it says, what did you eat for breakfast? Okay? Not a super serious question. It's a getting to know you question. Like I said, it's an energizer question. It could be a funny haha question. Or if you really want to keep everything very succinct to the topic or the project that you're working on, then go for it and throw some fun questions, especially if you want to do brainstorming. This is an amazing way to do brainstorming. Throw some questions on here for brainstormers. And then once you throw your question on there, crumple up the paper. One piece of paper per person who is playing, okay? 1 piece. Now, when you get there, divide your group into teams. However you want to do it. Let them self-select, do something fun, but divide them in teams evenly. You can do this with 2 people up to 100 people. Hopefully you have the space if you're doing 100 people, but you want to have at least 2 people on each team. Now, the object of the game is that you're going to play in rounds. Each round should last between 30 seconds to 60 seconds. So 30 seconds to a minute. And each team is going to start off with equal numbers of paper. So if I have 10 people on my team, each person will have a ball, aka a paper dodgeball, on their side. When the timer goes off, their goal is to throw as many of these over to the other side and keep the majority of the paper balls on the other team's side before time runs out. So we're not really pelting people, although some of these might hit someone and say, okay, it's a piece of paper. But the goal is not to hit people and get them out. The goal is to get as many of these paper balls over on your opponent's side as possible before the time runs out. Now, when the timer runs out, no matter how many balls are on your side, everybody on your team grabs the paper, they open it up, they take their pen or their pencil, I'm going to pretend, they read the question, this is, what is your favorite vacation spot? And then they write down their name. See, mine says Beth, And under that, it says the Seattle area. Yep. I'm a sucker for the Olympic Peninsula. So they write their name, they write their answer, and they crumple it up. And everybody should be doing at least one piece on their side of the court. When the next round starts, you repeat this over and you keep throwing until hopefully everyone has had an opportunity to answer every question on every single piece of paper. And you just keep going. What could be more fun than standing there with your group that you're working with your team? It could be in a new hire orientation. This could be a church group getting ready to go out on an adventure that afternoon. Then standing there and throwing paper balls at other people. It's an energizer. It's a lot of fun. And it's just silly. And it should remind people of just good old-fashioned childhood and dodgeball. And that is the purpose of play. So that people can get out of their heads, get moving, and have some fun. And relax, stress relief. So, how do you build on this and make this a really fun, just dropped another ball, a really fun activity? Guys, it's super simple. When you're done with your rounds, and I would say play 7 to 10 rounds of this game to ensure that everybody gets a chance to unravel a piece of paper and write their answer. And it's okay if they get ripped up in the meantime. But the fun really comes when you get to sit down at the end of the game and then you get to read, okay, what's your favorite color? Now I can see that Beth's favorite color is red, Anne Marie's favorite color is orange, and Jessica's favorite color is blue. And hopefully you've got a few more people on your team, but if not, at least you know what everyone's favorite color is. Let everybody read the pieces of paper. Give them some time to discuss it if you have time to discuss it, because it will bring up some really interesting conversations. If you don't have time to discuss it, then grab your pieces of paper, post them up in a public place where your team can see it over the next week and that they can review. They can see where everyone's favorite vacation spot is. They can see what everyone's favorite color is. And it gives them an opportunity to connect with each other and start conversations with each other that they might not do if they didn't know the answers to these questions. And how does it help you as a team leader? Hello. If you want to find a way to connect with your team, to show them some appreciation, to show them how to inspire people or to motivate them, then knowing these things is really great. If I know that Beth's favorite color is red, then by golly, if I'm going to get her a gift of appreciation or if I'm going to give her a goal, it might be a pair of red sparkly shoes. And ask anybody who knows me, there are probably very few things I wouldn't do to get a nice pair of red sparkly shoes. Really, shoes of any kind you could throw at me, unless they were tennis shoes, because those aren't cute like red sparkly shoes, at least in my mind. But you know these things about your team, and it can certainly help just grow and develop everybody. So if you don't have time to let everybody open these right after the game, then by all means, guys, just post them up for everybody to see. It's a fun, easy, silly game that gets people out of their chairs. Get out of your chair. Your chair is a prison. Get out of your chair and start moving. And it's a great way to get to know people, whether you've worked with them forever, whether you've been volunteering with them for a long time. This is your first time meeting everybody. This is a great kind of get to know you, physical, fun, all engaging game. So get out there and get your paper dodgeball on. So happy Friday, everyone. Oops, I said Friday. It's Tuesday. Wink. Thank you so much for watching 52 weeks of team building, episode 4. I will have the link to the instructions for this game in my post, both on Facebook and on LinkedIn. It will take you straight to my website where you can download the instructions and use them with your team. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. My name is Beth with Creative Learning Society. You can reach me directly at beth@creativelearningsociety.com with any questions or comments, or hey, leave them right here. We'll see you next week for another installment of 52 Weeks of Team Building. Until then, happy Super Bowl weekend. Bye, guys.